I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. So there are some other things I'd like to mention. It needs to be remembered that parasites are dead. They're animated dead entities that are rabid. They're insane. They're rabid. Anything that they've raped obviously doesn't belong to them. So all of the knowledge and the wisdom obviously isn't theirs. Those are things that they've raped from benevolent beings. What happens a lot is the entities forcibly connected to you, or you call them individuals if you want. They're all fucking demons. A lot of times what happens is they're testing and they're probing. So they'll tell you some lies and then wait to see how you respond. And benevolent beings, especially depending on how much work they've done, know the truth of things. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to find ways to circumvent. They're trying to find ways to evade universal laws. So if you feel like they're trying to probe you, like they'll tell you a lie and then they'll kind of sit back and wait for you to think about it and think on it and try and contemplate and see what truth you come forward with. So then they can try to find a workaround. You have to be aware of that. So if you feel like you're being probed, it's because they don't fucking know. And the last thing we want to do is like what I'm saying is, if you know within your being that you know the truth of something that contradicts whatever lies that they're telling you, like you can feel it within your being. Okay, sometimes there isn't always a need to think on it fully or go into detail, because what they're doing is they're trying to figure out what the actual truth of something is to try and find a workaround. They're using you as an oracle. So you have to remember that. That, you know, sometimes just feeling it, the truth, that you know the truth of things within your being, without maybe you can't articulate it, or you can't, you don't know the full details of it, but you know that you can feel the truth of it. Maybe that's one of those things that you don't really need to contemplate in that moment, because what they're doing is they're probing. And because the things that they've raped obviously don't belong to them, and those things that they've raped must be returned to the benevolent beings that they were raped from. There's quite a few, not as many as I would like, but there's quite a few on the planet that know the gist of things. Now, they'll have their own version of it, how best they understand it, with the experiences that they've had. So even though our truths differ to some degree, there's still a thread of overall truth in the benevolent beings here. We just have our own, we're coming from our own vantage point. So I think that there are quite a few in this civilization that have caught on to their con, to the con job of the planetary parasite, to the con job of the smaller parasites. In that we know this is a parasitic farm. We know that they're trying to farm humans. We know that they're trying to force beings here into the AI system. We know the basics, right? I mean, your vantage point might differ a little bit as far as details and things like that, but we know the gist of what these bitches have been doing here, and they've been doing it a long time. So in saying that, I don't think that they're going to be evading universal laws this time. There is no circumvention for these bitches. Okay, they're all done. They are. There must be correction in this universe. Or bigger, very much bigger things are going to happen that are far beyond their control. And it actually wouldn't be a bad thing for the full enforcement of universal laws here, because that means all benevolent beings here, if there's even anything left of this universe, are moved to their respective universes, planets, star systems that are a match to their true healed frequency, vibration, light, sounds, energies, and resonances. Right? Is this the first time a universe has failed? No. Okay. Is this a multiverse? Are there many universes? Are there many parallel timelines? Right? Like, can you see what I'm saying here? If you are really attached to this universe, if you are you hold such sentiment to a corrupt, compromised fucking universe, that's on you. But I know that there's a lot of benevolent beings that have been forcibly trapped here for a very long time, and it must be corrected. And the benevolent beings here must be freed. There must be correction. Whether it's full universal law enforcement, whether it's the implosion of this universe, right? There must be correction one way or another. And these bitches are going down. They're all gonna fucking burn. What they try to do is put you in fear, because they're trying to transfer their fear onto benevolent beings. They're trying to do another fucking round of this inverted time loop matrix bullshit. Okay? So if you're not down for that, if you've refused consent for that, you have to realize that number one, they're trying to force, the fear that they're trying to force is theirs, because they're gonna burn. And then you have to realize that what's coming out of their vomit holes is all lies, cons, and deceit. And in addition to that, they don't know. They're demons. Demons are dumb. Parasites are dumb. What they have are things that they've raped from true benevolent beings, that they try to find ways to use in a way not intended. So as long as you're realizing the actual truth of things, don't give them anything, right? If you, like I said, if you know the truth of something, maybe sometimes it's better to just know that you know the truth of something, and not give them something to try and, we don't need them trying to find, there is no circumvention, but either way, it just, for them, we don't need to have them knowing anything else, because then they just try to do fuckery. So sometimes it's just best to know that you know the truth of things and leave it at that. And know that they're going to burn. And that should help in times where they're trying to force their shit on you, trying to do fuckery, trying to vomit lies, cons, and deceit, trying to cause harm. In those moments, you have to remember they're going to fucking burn. and that there is no circumvention. There must be correction in this universe and on this planet, or in this place. This inverted time loop matrix must implode. It's an abomination. And benevolent beings must be freed from here. So, those are just some things that I wanted to mention. And know that they're going to burn. It's just a matter of time. What they're doing in saying all of that, the things, the fuckery that they're trying to do, it's all stall. All that they're trying to do at this point is stall. And they're trying to implement more of the AI system. So that's what you have to remember. They're just trying to stall. And they're trying to use fear. They're trying to use lies, cons, and deceit. They're trying to use harm. Like all of their fuckery. It's all to try and stall. So we need to be figuring out ways to cut their stall. To cut whatever they're trying to do to stall. We need to get this shit wrapped up. Get these bitches set on fire. Delivered to non-existence. And start really implement the correction phase. It would be better if full universal laws were fully enforced in this place immediately and permanently, devoid of all technological obstruction and interference. That's going to take care of quite a bit, including on a universal scale. Basically removing the artificial frequency fence, deactivating it, destroying it. That fence must come down so we can get universal laws fully enforced here. That means what destroys the fence is very high frequencies, vibrations, and emotions, and feelings that are sustained, preferably. That's another reason why they try to use the fear and the harm in the trauma-based mind control. They're trying to keep you out of your true organic high frequencies and vibrations. Because our beings affect the organic energetic field, and we also affect even the artificial frequency fence. If we could get their fuckery knocked out, it wouldn't be a hard thing to bring down that fence. So in the meantime, know that they're going to burn. Know that they're out of time. Know that there is no circumvention for parasites and demons, archons, demiurge, none of them. And that it's time for them to go. It's time for them to go nighty nights. Permanently. And in knowing that, then you can start, benevolent beings can start thinking of intention, of setting their intention of what they would like for themselves in their existence, where maybe places that they would like to be, maybe the kinds of beings that you would like to be around, maybe the kind of universe or planet or star systems you would like to be in. You know, really start thinking about making, you know, your plans. Now, if it turns out this universe is corrected and all the malevolence is fully removed, that's something else. But we still have the option of maybe you would like to evolve in a different universe or a different star system or on a different planet. Maybe you'd like to experience other things, right? This has been one hell of a fucking shit show. Personally, I need a reprieve, a vacation from the fucking shit that's been forced here. So I know it's hard for some beings to fathom, like leaving a planet or leaving a universe or a star system, but maybe you should really think on it. Because in full correction, if it does happen, I know it's hard for some to fathom, but if this universe implodes under the weight of its own fucking insanity and contradiction, because these bitches are playing with technology, right? What happened to Atlantis? Okay. And that was just a planet, right? So, I mean, is it really, you know, that far-fetched to imagine a universe? Like, you know, I'm sure there are other universes that failed, that, you know, just couldn't hack it, or too much shit went down, right? So I'm just saying, it would be best to, like, think on those things, think of your plans, think of what you want in your existence, what you want for your being, for your future, the things you would like to do, your evolution, right? Start thinking about those things. It's probably a good idea to start getting excited about those things. Knowing that there must be correction here, knowing that there is no circumvention for these bitches, that it must be corrected one way or another. And that everything that they're trying to do, all their fuckery, is just stall. They're just trying to stall. So, you know, those are some of the things that I wanted to mention, and maybe they're worth benevolent beings contemplating on them. I'm not sure, but I did want to mention them, and know that you are powerful, strong beings. Obviously, why do you think they tried to rape from you? Okay. It's still, personally, I have found that it's imperative to take back what has been raped, as well as strengthening the astral body's connection to the physical body. And I've discussed that in prior recordings. But your astral body is your protective field and shield. And it's important to strengthen your astral body's connection to your physical body and your cellular body, to always be close, to have your astral body fully with you, so you know what's going on with you at all times, so you can more easily detect when malevolent entities are trying to siphon off of you or rape from you or try and drag you somewhere that you don't want to go, especially in sleep, right? I am one who does not advocate astral projection. I would just say, if you are one who does astral project, always have a plan, always have an exit plan, always have a plan for knowing how you're going to deal with malevolent entities that you might come across, who obviously aren't adhering to universal laws, and who make it a practice of raping and torturing and harming. So have a plan. if you are wanting to astral project, know what you're doing and have a exit plan and have a plan of how what's going to happen if you come across, fucking malevolent entities that are trying to, do things that you don't agree to. That's all I'm saying. I'm just not a proponent or an advocate of it because most don't have that kind of experience or knowledge to fully protect themselves when they're out of body. I am just advocating strengthening your astral body's connection to your physical body. Because the more you have control over your own astral body, and especially when it's connected to your physical body, you're better able to protect and defend yourself. Is what I'm saying. So know that you are powerful, strong beings. Know that you can do, and I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. You know that you have every right to evolve. You have every right to leave here. You have every right to live and exist in happiness and joy. You have every right to manifest and to create. And know that you are powerful beings and that you can manifest, that you can create, that you can have every right, and that you can be happy. And that you have every right to evolve, and that you have every right to leave this place if you want. And know yourselves well. Always know yourselves well. All right. Stay strong and take care.